Once upon a time, in a quiet village surrounded by towering mountains and vast green fields, lived a boy named Rohan. He was like any other child, curious, playful, and full of dreams. However, deep inside he carried a burden that made him unhappy. Rohan had a habit of constantly comparing himself to others. Whenever he saw a strong boy lifting heavy sacks at the marketplace, he would think, "I wish I were stronger than him." When he noticed a wealthy merchant's son wearing fine clothes, he sighed, "I wish I had as much money as he does." In school, when a bright student answered every question correctly, Rohan longed to be as smart. If someone had a beautiful singing voice, he wished for the same talent so that others would admire him. This habit of comparison made him feel small, as if he were never enough. No matter how much he tried, he always found someone better than him in one way or another. Over time, this feeling grew stronger, making him withdraw from others. He avoided friends, spent time alone, and constantly thought about what he lacked instead of what he had. One afternoon, feeling particularly low, Rohan decided to take a walk near the forest outside his village. The air was fresh, and the gentle sound of a nearby river calmed his troubled mind. As he walked along the riverbank, he noticed an old monk sitting quietly on a large rock. The monk had his eyes closed, a serene smile on his face, as if he had found all the peace in the world. Curious, Rohan hesitated for a moment before approaching. He sat beside the monk, who slowly opened his eyes and looked at the boy with kindness. Rohan bowed respectfully and said, "Master, you look so peaceful and happy, but I am always unhappy. Feels like life is unfair to me. Everyone else seems to have something better, more strength, more wealth, more talent. I always feel like I am not good enough." The monk listened patiently and then smiled. Reaching into a small pouch, he took out 3 different seeds and placed them in Rohan's palm. "These are seeds of a lily flower, a mango tree, and a bamboo plant," he said. "I want you to plant them in the soil, take care of them, and return to me in 1 month." Rohan, though puzzled, agreed. He carefully planted the seeds in his garden, watering them daily, waiting eagerly for them to grow. Days turned into weeks, and soon, the lily seed sprouted and bloomed into a beautiful flower. The mango seed also sprouted, though it remained small and fragile. However, the bamboo seed showed no signs of growth. After a month, Rohan returned to the monk. "Master," he said, "the lily seed has grown into a beautiful flower, and the mango seed has sprouted. But the bamboo seed hasn't grown at all. Did I do something wrong?" The monk nodded knowingly. "Do you think the bamboo seed is useless just because it hasn't sprouted yet?" he asked. Rohan thought for a moment before answering, "Maybe it's just slow to grow." The monk smiled. "Exactly," he said. "Every plant has its own time and purpose. The lily blooms quickly, bringing beauty to the world. The mango tree takes longer, but one day, it will bear delicious fruit. The bamboo, however, is different. It stays underground for years, growing strong roots first. But when the time is right, it shoots up rapidly, growing taller and stronger than most trees." The monk continued, "Now tell me, would it make sense for the mango tree to be jealous of the lily? Or for the bamboo to feel bad just because it has not grown yet?" Rohan shook his head. He was beginning to understand. Each plant is unique and grows in its own way. The monk nodded. "Exactly. People are like these plants. Some succeed early like the lily. Some take time like the mango. Others may seem slow at first like the bamboo, but when they grow they become unshakable. Just because you don't see immediate success doesn't mean you are failing. It only means you are preparing for something greater." Rohan's eyes brightened with realization. He finally understood the monk's message. All this time he had been looking at others, wishing he had their qualities instead of appreciating his own journey. From that day on, he stopped comparing himself to others. Instead, he focused on his own strengths and worked hard without jealousy. He knew that just like the bamboo, he too would grow and succeed when the time was right. If we look closely at our own lives, we will see that we often compare ourselves to others. We wish we were smarter, richer, stronger, or more talented, believing that success must come instantly. But just like the lily, mango, and bamboo, each of us has a unique path. Some people achieve success quickly, like the lily that blooms early. Others take time, like the mango that eventually bears fruit. And some, like the bamboo, spend years developing strong roots before they finally rise. Comparing ourselves to others only brings dissatisfaction and unhappiness. Instead of focusing on what we lack, we should recognize our unique qualities and strengths. True happiness comes when we accept our journey and trust that our time will come. Just because we don't see progress immediately doesn't mean we are failing. It means we are growing, preparing for something greater. When we focus on our own path instead of looking at others, we become content, at peace, and ready for the success that will come at the right time. Like the bamboo, we must have patience and faith in our journey. And when our time comes, we will grow stronger and taller than we ever imagined.